first thing, do the teacher need to allow students? Absolutely yes. Because, it's not only the students, but it is also the teachers. They would learn a lot from, allowing the children to ask questions beyond their subject. And it will also help, it will also help the students to have the deeper understanding of the concept, and they would also become the problem solvers. They would also become like to accept the perspective of the people. So it will be a complete 360-degree. Therefore, it is absolutely yes, the teachers, they do need to allow children to ask questions beyond their own subject. As far as like the promotion of these skills are concerned, I mean, we need to see the job of future will require skills such as critical thinking, which we have been mentioning, such as logical reasoning, problem solving, and soft skills like communication and collaboration. So these skills also help lateral thinking, which is necessary to solve the modern day business problems. And this kind of education, this multidisciplinary and the interdisciplinary thinking also develops the capacities of human beings like intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, ethical in an integrated manner. So in addition to, in addition to being successful at their workplace, they teach how to learn instead of what to learn. So these skills enable lifelong learning and equip students not just for a career but for life. And as far as how I will encourage, say for interdisciplinary thinking, when we are talking about, as you rightly said, about the project-based learning. So I would encourage, I will have training for the teachers. That is the most important thing. Say, for example, take an example of a rock as a theme for the integrated project, and then we ask the different subject teachers to, give the subject knowledge. For example, physics teachers talk about the physical property of the rock. Chemistry teachers talks about the chemical composition. The language teachers talks about, the importance of the language part of it. Geography teachers talks about the types of rock we have, whether it is metamorphic, whether it is sedimentary, so then the child will have a complete 360-degree knowledge, and he will understand the perspective. So deeper understanding of the concept will be there. So that is what I would propose actually, the project-based learning, research-based learning, lots of hands-on activities for students. But firstly, I think we'll have to train the teachers for that. I would suggest, I would go actually from the very initial stage of learning where the children's cognitive skills are still developing. So that would be actually the age I would suggest, the initial age we'll have to start with. And if we are saying as a pedagogy, we have to implement it across the spectrum, I don't think we will be successful. I think we need to go phase-wise. As you rightly said, if we are implementing it across the classes, then we need to have 2 or 3 projects per subject per year, and we design our curriculum accordingly. But instead of doing that, I think we are aiming to achieve this by 2030. If you take actually initial classes doing this completely, there is a less syllabus. You don't have the pressure of completing syllabus, and you have enough flexibility and freedom, remaining in the framework which is designed by CBSE or other boards, so that gives you enough flexibility to adopt any method, because you don't have the pressure of completing syllabus and board examination and so. So initial, from the very initial stage, I would say we need to phase-wise, it has to be implemented in schools. We should not be rushing, actually, covering the entire school.